What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I want to talk about Dragon Ball Legends while doing some PvP action. In fact, actually, I wanted to do mostly a PvP video today, but I also kind of want to talk about the Gogeta Blue situation and kind of give you my own thoughts about it and as far as what to expect. Now, before I start, disclaimer right now, I don't have any insider information. I don't know anything what's happening as far as the actual releases with these characters. I will say that I did hear some characters are coming, but again, to say, hey, a character is coming to Legends is like saying, hey, it's gonna rain. Duh, it's a gacha game. Every gacha game, whether it be Dokkan, Legends, One Piece, Naruto Blazing, even Duel Links, these games they're built around stuff that's going to come out for the future. So you're going to see many variations of units come out because that's just the nature of these games. Like, they will re-release characters several times as long as people enjoy the game and play it. They're going to keep doing that. So with that said, Gogeta Blue is coming. I can tell you right now, Gogeta Blue is coming. But the question is when, how soon, and why do we have to wait so long? So to kind of explain the way everything is set up is you have to kind of look at how they've done other games. Dokkan is a good example because Dokkan had a game-changing one-year anniversary when they released Janemba and Gogeta. Now, if you weren't around for that, which I know not all you guys were, because some of you guys don't even care about Dokkan, when they released these characters, it was massive. Not only did it like increase some like fuel hype. Not only did it fuel hype for the current fan base of the game at the time, but it also brought in a lot of players who were either only playing one version of the game or they stopped playing the JP version. I was one of those players. I started playing the JP version of the game around the time when they released Gogeta in the game, the Strength Gogeta. I was still mostly maining Global, but I did start playing the JP version only because the first, I'll never forget, the first time I got onto JP and I saw Gogeta was a character, I was like, yo, this character's dope! And he was hitting for like 100,000, which was wild. Gogeta changed the game for me for Dokkan at the time. So, to kind of break down the importance of one-year anniversaries or just anniversaries in general, the purpose of an anniversary in the gacha game is to do two things. Number one, and is to make the current fan base of the game super happy, which they normally do by either giving a bunch of in-game currencies, they do a bunch of cool events, and they release hype units. Now, there's units, and then there's hype units. There's units like, for example, let's say the Metacoolers of the world, the Bojacks, the Cells, and then there's characters like Vegeta Blue, Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, the hype characters. Now, if you pay attention, almost every single anniversary in every single gacha game, at least the ones I've played, have had the hype characters come out around the annual releases. And the reason why, again, is to make the current fan base happy and to potentially bring in new players. Now, when Legends first came out, it was pretty bad. I mean, again, it was still kind of figuring itself out, but it was pretty bad as far as what was available. And I remember at the time, a lot of people were like, oh, Legends is cool, but I don't want to stop playing until they release like the Super Saiyans of the game, the Gogetas, the Janembas, yada, yada, yada. I remember when I first got Legends, my first thought was, I'm going to have to wait a whole year before they actually release Janemba and Gogeta. Because in my mind, I thought if they're going to follow the footsteps of a game like Dokkan, they're probably going to do a one-year anniversary featuring Janemba and Gogeta. Because it makes sense. They were starting on the Saiyan Saga, and they had a long way to go before you can tap into the movies. Granted, we also did get Broly like the first month of the game, but that's beside the point. The point is for the one-year anniversaries, they're going to do hype stuff. So when they released Janemba and Gogeta in like October, I was like, huh? This soon? Granted, again, there was a lot happening around the movies because they re-released Fusion Reborn, the Broly movie, and the Bardock special in theaters to go along with the promo for the Broly movie, which just came out recently in Japan and this past week in the US and the rest of the world. So it kind of makes sense, but still, like when they released Janemba Gogeta so early, my first thought was, okay, if the Broly movie is coming out in December and we're currently like end of October or November and basically fourth quarter, why would they release another Gogeta so soon? So the second that happened, I thought maybe they might not release Gogeta so soon. But then again, who knows? It's a gacha game. They can re-release characters as soon as a week apart, and people will still go hype for it. But again, Gogeta is a special character. Gogeta is not your average Goku or Vegeta or Pan or Hercule release. Gogeta is a character you release once every couple months, and when that character comes out, it brings in a lot of players, and it makes the current fan base happy. So going into December, it was kind of weird seeing that the data miners revealed that all we got were two Brolys. We got the Fury Broly, which is a great unit, by the way. I love the fact that they're releasing free units along with the hype ones. And then, of course, we got the infamous Purple Broly, which has been just reigning supreme in PvP ever since it came out. So the theory was, okay, If they gave us Broly right now, they most likely will give us Gogeta later when the movie comes out in the US and the rest of the world in January. But here we are with nothing. And in fact, we just got a brand new banner, which was the new USD banner featuring Mai, Future Gohan, and the Drama Super Trunks. So we're also skipping time, by the way, because we were just in the Buu arc, and now here we are without Kid Buu, Super Buu, or Vegito. And we also got Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus. They're skipping a lot. They're going out of order now. Like, prior to that, they were doing a pretty good job sticking to essentially the eras where they were in Dragon Ball. We went from the Saiyan Saga to the Frieza Saga to Cell. And then once you got to Buu, they kind of like were like, you know what? Let's just go all over the place. That way, it's more surprising, I guess, when the characters are revealed. So, going into this past week, I was like, are they going to actually skip Gogeta now, or what's the deal? And surprise, surprise, they did. Instead of giving us a blue Gogeta, they gave us a yellow Gohan, and essentially they try to bring back hybrids, which is a good way to combat, I guess, the Holy Trinity. But at the same time, it's not the character that we all thought we were going to get. Let's be real, when Gogeta comes out, there's pretty much a solid chance he's going to be a hard counter to Broly, and he's going to be a yellow unit. But the question is by the time that happens, will it even matter? So, this is my theory as to what I think is going to get. We're going to get a Gogeta release for Gogeta Blue. Two releases possible. The first one being the Broly banner goes away in about like 18 days at the time we record this video. So what is that? Early February. Or 2, we're not going to get Gogeta until the 1 year anniversary. Again, for the 1 year anniversary, you want to go hard. You either want to do stuff like Vegito Blue versus Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, or you want to do stuff like Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, or you want to do something like Gogeta versus Vegito. We saw that actually last year in Dokkan for the 3 year anniversary, and I believe the year 2 anniversary was Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which are also game-changing releases in Dokkan. So I'm honestly thinking that we're probably not going to see Super Saiyan 4s for a while, but instead we will get Gogeta versus Vegito in May. Why May? May is actually the official 1 year release of Legends. I believe it's end of May, like May 30th or something like that, or it might be June 1st, in that neighborhood. The game came out actually a little bit earlier on Android, but the official like release date on paper is end of May / early June. So I'm thinking that for the 1 year anniversary in Legends, it's probably going to be Gogeta Blue versus Vegito Blue. It's all gonna make sense. They're probably gonna have like, you know, they'll be in Super Saiyan forms where they'll have like a main ability that transforms into blue, and that itself sounds crazy. If that happens, that is crazy. Now I mentioned Rose versus Vegito. Why do I think it's not going to be Rose versus Vegito? Well, if you look at the release schedule of Goku Black, which is also completely out of order, we got him on Black Friday. If they're gonna stick to the whole holiday theme where they release characters around holidays, what's the next holiday that's coming up? And the first one that comes to mind is Valentine's Day. And what do you do on Valentine's Day? You give roses to your loved ones, or you just, I don't know, you buy roses for yourself. Whatever way you celebrate Valentine's Day is on you. But Valentine's Day is heavily around roses, and it makes sense that we can get Rose as soon as Valentine's Day. Or at the same time, I do want to point out that V-Jump was just revealed this past week, or leaked, and it showed Khalifa and Kale is coming. Which also makes sense that we could potentially see a waifu banner instead around the Valentine's Day release. And if that happens, I feel like it's going to be one of those Legends banners. To kind of break it down, Dragon Ball Legends has multiple sets of banners. They have the USD banners, which have like the 20 stone disc or 20 crystal discounts per day, and they also come with the guaranteed sparking tickets once every 7 days. I don't think that the Khalifa and Kale thing is going to be one of those. I think the Khalifa and Kale thing will most likely be one of those Legends female warrior banners where it doesn't have a daily discount, and instead it's be one of those limited banners that probably only has all like the waifus of the game, the females. In this case, it'll probably have like characters like Blue Android 18, Yellow Android 18, hopefully not, because we've all pulled it so many times at this point. And then, of course, Khalifa and Kale is the new ones. And also potentially Mai as well. We could see that as like the female Legends banner. Another kind of banner we've seen in the game so far has been Legends Rising, which has all the hype characters. In the past, we've seen characters like, we had Bardock in the Legends Rising. We had Broly, I believe, was in Legends Rising as well. We had, like the original Broly, the blue one. We also had characters like Janemba and Gogeta. Legends Rising banners are basically equivalent of Dokkan Fests in this game. They come around once every couple of weeks, like once a month or so. And when they come around with some hype characters. And if they do that, if Rose was to come out a bit earlier, it'll probably be in a Legends Rising banner sometime around Valentine's Day. But then again, if you look at the release schedule, the last time we got a holiday-themed banner, it was for Black Friday, which is a step-up banner, which then gave us, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It gave us Majin Vegeta, which was also a surprise at the time, and it also gave us Goku Black. So again, because of the release trend that they've done in the past, I would not be surprised if you get Rose as soon as Valentine's Day. And something else to point out, his voice files are already in the game. In fact, they've been in the game since Goku Black came out last year. And the way I know that is because data miners actually went in and found the information. I'm not going to post the clips into this video because that could potentially be a copyright issue. I'm not really sure. But the files are in there. And not just that, but there's a lot of voice files. And before you think, oh, voice file means characters coming soon, it doesn't. Because those voice files have been in the game for months. And my theory on that is because when they release characters in this game, they have to plan months ahead. Unlike Dokkan, where you can just drop a unit a lot easier. In Legends, you kind of have to plan out everything. You have to have make sure the balance is right. You gotta make sure the voices are done. You can't have basically a character done and then do the voices last, because for all you know, the characters might not be around to be, or the people might not be around to voice the characters. So because of that, I feel like they probably plan these characters out months ahead, and they have them record the voices months ahead. In which case, when Goku Black was made, I'm sure they had Sean Shenmue also record his voices for the Rose version of the character as well, which is probably going to be just set aside and saved for the future, which is why the voice files are in the game right now. And there's a lot of voice files. So something to point out is the reason why probably nobody reported on the fact that Goku Black's files for his audio were in the game was just due to the fact that we don't know when it's coming. We don't. Kale has been in the game for months. Kale's voices have been in the, which is where the original rumor came from. Kale's voices has been in the actual files in the game for months now, and she's coming out like, what, in February? So, something to point out. But the voices are there, and the characters are basically ready to go out whenever they, I guess, drop the trigger or pull the trigger and then release them. But yeah, so mostly I just want to sit down and talk about in this video when I think Gogeta Blue is coming. I mean, we got Gogeta Blue, like I said, fourth quarter, essentially, and to get another one so soon just doesn't make any sense. They're probably going to wait for a more hype moment, and in the meantime, they'll release other in-between units that can potentially help you deal with a character like Broly. Although, I feel like it was kind of dumb to give us Broly without the proper counter to him, because when Broly came out, the Holy Trinity, which consists of Bardock, Gogeta, and Broly, were kind of disgusting. They were kind of hard to deal with, especially if you're a brand new player. But again, there's a bunch of other options that you can use to counter them, so you just kind of have to kind of explore. But still, it would have been a lot more cooler to get Broly and Gogeta Blue at the same time. That way they can fight each other, and then that ends up being the meta in the game for the current period of time. But again, I get it. Getting Gogeta so soon, right after getting the other Gogeta, was just probably didn't really make sense. And it makes more sense on the marketing standpoint to release Gogeta Blue on something hype like Gogeta Blue versus Vegito. Because we still don't have Vegito. Again, it's still weird that they skipped the character like that. Now, for all we know, like I said, all this stuff I said is completely off. You might get Vegito sometime as soon as maybe February, March. You might get him sometime as next year. I have no idea. Like, the way they're releasing the characters in this game is still very, very different from Dokkan. They started by going linear and then it completely stopped. I have no clue. But I do want to kind of chime in and let you know my own thoughts as far as what the release schedule is looking like. So with that said, what do you think makes the most sense? Do you think we'll get Rose as close as February? Do you think we'll see Gogeta versus Vegito for the 1-year anniversary? Or do you think it'll be like a Super Saiyan 4 type of deal? When is Vegeta Blue coming in? When is Vegito coming in general, actually? Let me know your thoughts down below. With that said, the second any news pops up, just keep your eye open on the news section in the game. Of course, if you follow me on Twitter at Rhymestyle, or just subscribe to this channel, I'll let you guys know the second any more information comes out about these units. For all I know, the second this Broly banner goes away, they're gonna release Gogeta. It's possible. It's very, very possible. Again, you don't know with the Legends team. They're obviously taking a lot of notes from Dokkan, but they're also doing a lot of stuff opposite from Dokkan. So for all we know, Gogeta could come out as soon as in the next 20 days. When that happens, we'll talk about them. With that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, especially if you're hyped to see Gogeta Blue get released in the game. And hopefully when that happens, they also give us a free Gogeta as well, similar to how they did Fury Broly. Because that Gogeta right now that's in the game, it's a boss. He just screams free. Because like they had Fury Broly in the game as well, and then they release him later for free. So it only makes sense that whenever Gogeta does come out, they end up giving us maybe the current boss Gogeta as like a free unit, and then of course have a summer version that goes blue. I'd be happy for that. That'd be kind of dope. With that said, let me know your thoughts down below on everything I discussed. And again, the second any information comes out, I'll let you guys know. So other than that, that's everything. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll just see what happens as time flies. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.